Praise the Lord. Genesis chapter 5. Generations from Adam to Noah. This is the record of descendants of Adam. When God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. He created them male and female. When they were created, he blessed them and named them man. Adam was 130 years old when he begot a son in his likeness, after his image, and he named him Seth. Adam lived 800 years after the birth of Seth, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Adam was 930 years. Then he died. When Seth was 105 years old, he became the father of Enosh. Seth lived 807 years after the birth of Enosh, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Seth was 912 years, then he died. When Enosh was 90 years old, he became the father of Canaan. Enosh lived 815 years after the birth of Canaan, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Enosh was 905 years, then he died. When Canaan was 70 years old, he became the father of Mahalalel. Canaan lived 840 years after the birth of Mahalalel, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Canaan was 910 years, then he died. When Mahalalel was 65 years old, he became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived 830 years after the birth of Jared, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Mahalalel was 895 years. Then he died. When Jared was 162 years old, he became the father of Enoch. Jared lived 800 years after the birth of Enoch, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Jared was 962 years, then he died. When Enoch was 65 years old, he became the father of Methuselah. Enoch lived 300 years after the birth of Methuselah, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Enoch was 365 years. Then Enoch walked with God, and he was no longer here, for God took him. When Methuselah was 187 years old, he became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived 782 years after the birth of Lamech, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Methuselah was 969 years, then he died. When Lamech was 182 years old, he begot a son and named him Noah, saying, "Out of the very ground that the Lord has put under a curse, this one shall bring us relief from our work and the toil of our hands." Lamech lived 595 years after the birth of Noah, and he had other sons and daughters. The whole lifetime of Lamech was 777 years. Then he died. When Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So from chapter 5, we will find the roots of Noah, from Adam to Noah. And that, as we will go further, we'll still find other generations which will go up to David, King David, and from David up to Jesus. And that will show us through the sons that were born where God was putting his spirit. In one of the sons. And that his spirits, children were born until Jesus come. So that is the root of Noah. And from the Bible, it says that he was the one that will save the world by that time, after the sin that was committed in the land of Eden, that was making the people at that time to suffer. And at that time also, there were a lot of sin. That book introduced it.